Well then YouTube, how are you doing? Bit of a special video today. Not only because it's before 10 AM and I'm wearing a t-shirt, it's a lovely day today, but it's going to be a special video. Why is that? There's going to be no MR2s, no M3s, no DC2s. What else are we going to video on? Why is the trailer out? We're off to get the Audi. So a little bit of backstory. My Audi broke down about 2 months ago whilst I was driving to work. I pulled into a shop on the way in just to get a croissant or something like that, or a pain au chocolat, and when I dipped the clutch pulling into this Sainsbury's car park, started hearing a chatter, and yeah, it was definitely the flywheel. Managed to drive it to work, but it was so loud, this flywheel chatter, I was like, oh, what the fuck am I gonna do? Now, as luck would have it, the day before that happened, I went to look at a 5 Series, just because it was local and around £2 grand, and I thought, Christ, E61s are cheap now, let's go and have a look at this. Now the E61 has been alright, I've not toured with it yet. Guys, will you just let me do my YouTube? Attention seeking bastards. Just give them a minute, they'll be alright in a minute. Okay, so yeah, the Audi, it sounds like the flywheel's gone, and all I've done is I've left it. Now it is pretty annoying because I did put quite a bit of money into the Audi last year, which I probably shouldn't have done with it being a Bang-O-Nomics daily driver, but you know, we've got the S4 wheels, I put 2 new front wings on it to get rid of the rust, I put 4 Michelin Pilot Sport 4 tyres on it, I put a brand new Bosch battery on it, and obviously all the servicing and all that jazz, just because I thought it was going to be a forever car really, and then the flywheel went. And I don't think that's something that we can't fix, but I needed a car to use, you know, I needed a car, so I just went and got that E61. So that's how we've got 2 daily drivers at the minute, and it's not ideal. Now I've stormed the Audi, and it's alright where it is, it's in a safe place, but I don't want it there forever. And while we've got all the time in the world, so it's task for today. Before we can go and get the Audi though, I need to update my trailer slightly, because it's still got the Audi's rear plate on it, so we'll put the one off the bims, and also my corner lights. Don't know if you could see that, but my corner lights aren't in great health. So I've got 2 new ones, which unfortunately have a flat base, and these ones are curved, so it might end up being a bit funky. But before we can go and get the Audi, 2 jobs to do: change the plate, change these lights, and we're good to go. These are LEDs, so I hope they work. So yeah, that's today's video. You excited? Excited to see the Audi? Excited to hear that flywheel chatter? Yeah. So if you've not got an impact driver, how are you going to get them bastards out then? Hammer and a screwdriver, mate. Oh yes. Just so we all remember, white to white, brown to black. Oh, brown to black, white to white, yeah. Now we are going to change this slightly, because it can't go on there. It's going to be like that, unfortunately. But I'm guessing these little grates on the side, they look pretty ideal for it. And it sticks out just a little bit more than the wheel, so we might take it off on the road. But this is a tenner for 2, so if it comes to it, I guess they're consumables when it comes to trailer life. So I'm going to mount them both on the side now, and I'll cut to it all being done and fresh with my new plate on. Oh yeah. It's not the most ideal install, but this is the first time I've worked on my trailer before, so get that. I've only, because of the cluster, the plastic frame around the lights, I could only get it in at the bottom. None of these holes, I don't know how you'd ever use them because it's right into the plastic there, so it's never going to work. So it's not ideal, you know, but I mean it's rubber after all, so I'm sure it'll be fine. It's not that floppy. So this is untested. I've put it all back together, but I've not tested it yet. I wonder if it'll work. Let's find out. Obviously we need to go and get an Audi as well, so shit. Of course someone's left a skyline right in the road. Right, it's the moment of truth. This is untested, so will the lights work? Done a bit of work on the trailer amps as well to get them fitted right, because the clamps broke. Got rid of the real rusty looking chain. Let's see if the side lights work. I've got a 13 pin to 7 pin adapter on here as well, which I've never used before, so it might work, it might not. Right, I'm going to have to do a little bit of work to get this right before I leave. Hey, we're in business now. If you're going to buy some of these yourself, just be aware that the black wire is a live wire and the red wire is the ground wire. Otherwise you might get into this situation like I have. So, yeah, this is looking promising. I'll get it back together, it's nearly there. Just need to do it with the side. Black is live and red is ground. Now this is a problem because we've not got the nut and bolt for it either. Luckily some lady waved me down and said your helmet's fell off. I was like, oh thanks. See, I put an eye lock one on that one and I didn't on that one and I knew it was a mistake. So what the fuck? Why didn't I put an eye lock on them both? I remember not putting an eye lock on that one and thinking, ah, it'll be fine. I've only got about 5 miles. And that's exactly why we have a big long car. Bit annoyed about that, bit of drama. Nice day. Right, let's get back to it. Well, there's a familiar and very sexy face. The Astra's not bad either. It's clean. The Audi, I cleaned it like a couple of days before, I think. Or maybe a weekend before. That's why it looks so good. I mean, this thing's hanging. Oh, look at those tyres, oh, man. Before we do, these were put on just before Christmas and I thought, you know what, winter's not the right time for it, but I was willing to make it. I'll make it through winter and I can have some fun in the summer. That was my plan. Didn't even get there, didn't even get close. Now I did do my ARDS test in this car like a week or two before it broke, so chances are a couple of laps on track might have been the one that killed it. If it's the original flywheel, it's done 160,000 miles, so 160,000 miles plus a quick thrash round Cadwell. I think that's what sent it. But I'll start it up, you can tell me what you think it is. Can you hear it? It's like you can hear the engine sound and you can hear like something else, right? Well, it still drives absolutely fine. It might be sat for a while when it gets up to the unit, so I don't want it to you know, have all the brakes completely seized, but the brakes still work, so you know, it's been sat a couple of months in rain and cold. I thought it might be bad, but we just need to get it on the old Rampington now, so let's have a go at that. Right, so we're all strapped up. I got a bit too close on the other side of the ramp, which luckily you can't see, but it seems okay. I'm worried it might scratch the wheels, but hey ho, it's done now, and I took the ramps off so I can't roll it back and put it back on. But the car definitely only just fits. I'll show you. I mean, you can see how much it's overhanging at the front, like so far that I can't even get the dolly wheel handle to go back on the thing, so that's going to be giving the reg plate a couple of love taps on the way back. That's the back of the trailer. Tried to make sure it wasn't overhanging at the back. It's not quite in the middle. The auto leveling suspension will have a fun time with that, but not moving it now, it's on. Let's get it back. Alright, well I thought I'd pull over and just check the straps and stuff. Look at that big lad there. There's a nice sight, eh? Hello, big sir. So this is the first time I've towed with a 5 Series, so I thought I'd give you a quick insight. This is the 2.5 litre straight 6 diesel, it's not the 3 litre. I would have liked a 330, sorry. I would have liked a 530D, but the 1J was all I could get for my budget, I think. It's an automatic with the same sequential kind of shifter, you know. I can't take it out because of course we'd have to start the engine. But I've just been using that since I got the weight on the back. Now with the trailer being empty I didn't have to bother, but once I got the weight of the Audi on the back I started shifting manually just to make it a bit easier. Some teamwork this, boys, I'm impressed. There's absolutely no doubt that the 5 Series tows better than the Audi. I mean, it's rear wheel drive, it's got the automatic gearbox and it's got self-leveling rear suspension, so it's always going to be a better tower. Not to say that the Audi was ever bad at towing. I've been to Anglesey, I've been to Driftland, done some pretty big trips whilst towing with this car, and it's been fine. It was Cadwell Park that killed it, seemingly. But that's these are the games we play. So my fucking hell, just nearly fell over. Oh yeah, that's the shot. That's the shot. Well, we made it. Right, I'll get her off the trailer and I'll put her in a new resting place. It's worth noting, unless anyone's not cottoned on yet, that we're going to try and do kind of a wheel of dealers on the Audi. We're going to try and fix it and sell it on. I've put a lot of money into it and just scrapping it just wouldn't be worth it. And I think, given how nice it is, and well, I'll say that, given how PD130 A6 Avant, now I'm going to try and get 1,500 quid for it. And that's only because I've put so much money into it. I'm going to have to put so much more into it. I'm still losing quite a lot. Obviously I only paid 700 quid for the car, but you know, I've put about £1,000 into it, and just in my time of ownership, and that's without the dual mass flywheel or clutch that I'm going to have to buy, or wheel bearings. So right, well there we are. It's been a successful day, hasn't it? Another successful day. We've got the Audi here. Obviously it's not in the best of health, and once we get the 2 poster fixed we'll start looking at it. It'll be the first job to do on that ramp. Before the alignment on the E46, we've got jobs in order. Oh man, there's still so much to do. There's always so much to do. It's got to be the flywheel, right? I mean, I've never changed one of these before, but it has to be the flywheel, surely. Everything that I've read, you know, when I've seen other people's videos, surely it is. It's pretty funny how Cadwell killed it when I was doing the ARDS test. The car definitely felt a bit funny after that, and it was about a week or so after the ARDS test that it finally let go when I was driving to work one morning. So I did well in my ARDS test though, you'll be pleased to know. I did it at Cadwell Park, of course. The instructor was very, very impressed with the Audi. We did okay, we did good. So we did about 12 laps I think in total of Cadwell, so it's quite a long, you know, quite a long little stint. That's why I got the Michelins on it and stuff like that beforehand, to make sure it didn't just fall off the track, because I had to use my own H-pattern gearbox car, and the MR2 obviously it's not been anywhere near since, and had to get the ARDS test done pretty quick, so did it in, I think it was the early February or late January. Oh, there'll be a sticker on the car. Yeah, so it was the 7th of February I did the ARDS test, so about a week or so after that, that's when the car died. So it's been about 2 months with the E61 without the Audi. Well, that puts us in a good position. We've got all the toys in one place now, so I'll go and put the Audi away, and the video after this one will be we're going back to the MR2, the final episode of the MR2 engine swap series. That'll be the next video. I wanted to do one just to break it up, and I had this to do today anyway, so hope it's been worth watching. I hope you've enjoyed yourself, and yeah, see you in the next one. Wave goodbye to the Audi. Keep waving. Keep waving. And we're done.